Hi guys. Very good evening to everyone. So today we have an esteemed guest with us in our program. So Miss Yamini Ramkumar would discuss her journey in this exam and how she prepared for her writing and speaking. So she received 7.5 bands in writing. She received 8.5 bands in speaking. So Miss Yamini, you would want to inform our audience about your preparation and everything.
Hi, Rahul. I think I firstly want to thank you for helping me with the whole process. And I think I reached out to you maybe after I booked my slot for the IELTS General. So it was very, I would say, like there's no syllabus, right? Like it's very generic. So I think you helped me in structuring it and figuring out, like, how do you form your sentences, because everybody, I'm basically from Bangalore, and my vocabulary is good, but when I have to put it in writing, it doesn't match to the way I speak. So that's a very big problem, like, I think all of us have. So that's the gap I think you addressed, and I think you addressed it really well. Coming to speaking, I don't think I had any issue because from the time I think I was like 3 or 4, I've been speaking English, and I've been, brought up in that kind of environment. So that was never a problem. But my only problem was writing, and I think with your help, I was able to achieve a 7.5. So that was like really good. So thank you again, Rahul, for it.
Okay. So how much time did you take to prepare for this exam?
So I took only training for writing, right? So because I thought I could definitely take only probably a week, but then when I went into the depth and I figured out, the issues I had with it, um, I thought I needed to spend more time. So I would say rather 2 weeks, but um, if I were like, if given a chance, I would have taken 3 weeks just to, prepare, like do a lot of mock-ups and try giving checking other sample papers or whatever was given, like how you like trained me, right? Like giving something like one of a student had, or we've checked on various websites how the structure is, and the formatting and the corrections and the revision you did. So I think 3 weeks would be an ideal time, I would say, but I took 2 weeks.
Okay. So what would you, how would you ask other aspirants to prepare for task two when maybe the essays? How should they prepare for the essays? Because there are various topics in the essay regarding science.
Yeah. So, firstly, I would, tell them to be updated with the general things which is happening around our world. Like, let's say you have a lot of flash floods happening or global warming. Keep in touch with, the news bulletins. Read the newspaper, because whatever questions the British Council or IDP come up with is very pertaining to at the moment situations. It's not like they talk about something which happened like ages ago. They don't talk about that, which gives us ideas. Like, let's say they talk about the current situation and what the present generation would think. Like, I'm not saying we have to write like fancy words and have like brilliant ideologies. I don't like believe in that, but simple, crisp, and just the flow of thought. And you need to know what you're writing. So if you need to know what you're writing, I'm so sure you need to know what you're talking about or what you've seen. It's what you hear and see that you convert in your head and write, right? So that's very important. So that's what I think you should do.
And in part one, what do you think that they should do? Because there's not
Part
much writing in part one, right?
Correct. So part one, I would rather say we don't have to use fancy vocabulary, because I've not used fancy vocabulary. Part one, I would just say, stick to the content and stick to the structure and just write what they've asked for. Like, if you've looked at part one, all they speak about is steps. They'll be like, what is the purpose of your doing, and like, why are you doing this? Inform them when you're coming back. Just stick to it. Maybe like 1 or 2 sentences on it. No fancy words. You don't have to talk. You don't have to use a lot of adjectives or anything like that. Just crisp and precise. That's what they look for. And I would always say stick to the word limit, part one and part two. By writing more than the word limit is not that you're going to get more marks. it means that you're prone to make more mistakes. So yeah.
Okay, great. And anything about the speaking section, because you scored 8.5 in that?
So to be honest, I never prepared for speaking because of the fact that I come from an English medium school, and I never had a problem with that. But having said that, I also had made like many mistakes. Like there are certain jargons you use in English which you're not supposed to use. Like I used to use a lot of wanna, gonna. It's actually be want to or going to. You know what I mean? So that is so much inculcated in my English vocabulary. That's something you need to avoid, because there's always going to be a mother tongue influence. Or let's say I come from the south, we use a lot of like obviously, or we start off with, let's say, obviously or typically. So those are not, it's not like you can't use those words, but I'd say it's like fillers, and I don't prefer to use fillers, just crisp and precise. And one thing I would also say is that a lot of folks here have mother tongue influence. We try to process what we try to say in our mother tongue to English, which sometimes doesn't get converted correctly. So I don't think we should do that.
Okay, great. So now that you are in Vancouver, would you want to give new aspirants an overview about the immigration process?
Yeah, so the immigration process is again, how do I say it? Based on the COVID situation, things do take a lot of time, but it's very simple. It's a little bureaucratic, which is right. And I think you have 3 or 4 streams. I'm not sure of them, but I was in the stream known as Canada Experience Class, because I had 1 year of Canadian experience. But for people outside of Canada, you have something known as FSW, which is Federal Skilled Workers, and that is pertaining to most of the people who are based out of Canada. So that's where I think most of the Indians or any other country folks try to get into. So in order to have a very good score there, you should max out your IELTS score. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, great. So how is Vancouver as a city? What are the
Oh,
two?
I love Vancouver. I just love Vancouver. Coming from Bangalore, it's almost like Bangalore, but the only thing, it rains a lot in Vancouver. But it's fine. I like it still. It's better than having snow, and it snows only, let's say, once in a year, maybe for like a week, so which is okay. So I'm okay with that. The thing about Vancouver is it's very scenic, and it's very outdoorsy. Like you can go camping, hiking, and there's so much to do, paddle boarding and stuff like that. So yeah.
Okay, so you are a success story. You are enjoying your journey, right? So we wish you the
Um,
you are
Thank you, Rahul. Thanks again for your help. I don't think it would have been happened. I mean, nothing would have happened without your help. And thanks for the guidance again.
okay. That's fine. That's my job. So we wish you the best for your future endeavors, right?
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being a part of the show.
Thank you, Rahul. Take care.
Thank you so much.